Ahoy there, mateys! Fair winds and following seas to you. You are on board the ship Nautical Awakenings, and I am your decorated skipper, Aries Ezra. Today, we are really trekking out in a sailing odyssey that will be sure to shiver your timbers. The Statue of Liberty. We've all seen her, standing tall, torch held high, as symbol of freedom and democracy, or so we've been told. But what if I told you that Lady Liberty has a few secrets of her own? What if this iconic figure is actually a hidden relic of ancient wisdom, an esoteric symbol veiled in plain sight? Buckle up, because today, we're diving deep into the origins, occult connections, and the mysteries that mainstream history won't tell you about the Statue of Liberty. Let's get nautical. The Statue of Liberty. A beacon of hope, freedom, and enlightenment. But is there more to this iconic figure than meets the eye? Is it possible that this so-called Lady Liberty is not just a political symbol, but a veiled representation of something far older, something deeply rooted in ancient esoteric traditions? And could it be that this statue wasn't even originally meant for the United States, but for an entirely different purpose, one linked to the sands of Egypt and the mysteries of the goddess Isis? To understand the deeper meaning behind the Statue of Liberty, we need to go back to its origins. Designed by the French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi and gifted by France to the United States in 1886, this grand monument was intended to celebrate the centennial of American independence and the shared values of liberty between the two nations. But the story behind its design takes us further back, to a project that never came to be. Before the Statue of Liberty ever stood in New York Harbor, Bartholdi had originally proposed a similar design to Egypt for placement at the entrance of the Suez Canal. His project, titled Egypt Bringing Light to Asia, was meant to depict a towering, robed woman holding a torch, standing as a symbol of progress and civilization. However, Egypt, facing financial difficulties, rejected the project. Bartholdi, unwilling to let his vision fade into obscurity, later repurposed the design for the Statue of Liberty. This connection to Egypt, however, is more than just a coincidence. Some researchers suggest that the statue bears striking symbolic similarities to the ancient Egyptian goddess Isis. Isis, the goddess of wisdom, magic, and motherhood, was often depicted with a radiant headdress or torch-like crown, embodying enlightenment and knowledge. It's no secret that many esoteric traditions, including Freemasonry, have long drawn inspiration from Egyptian mythology. And it just so happens that Bartholdi, along with several key figures involved in the construction of the Statue of Liberty, were Freemasons. Freemasonry is steeped in symbolism, particularly in the idea of light as a representation of wisdom and spiritual illumination. The torch, a central element of the Statue of Liberty, holds significant meaning in these traditions. It is the bearer of enlightenment, the fire of knowledge that dispels ignorance. And then there's the seven-rayed crown adorning Lady Liberty's head. While some might say it represents the seven continents or seven seas, others argue that it aligns with deeper esoteric meanings, like the seven classical planets in astrology, the seven chakras in Eastern philosophy, or the seven liberal arts that form the foundation of classical education. And if we dig even deeper, we find even more intriguing connections. The statue stands atop an 11-pointed star-shaped pedestal, which is another detail that has raised speculation. The number 11 has strong ties to numerology and occult traditions, often representing mastery, higher knowledge, and transformation. This geometric foundation has led some to theorize that the Statue of Liberty functions as a massive occult sigil, channeling energy in ways unknown to the general public. Even her Roman appearance speaks volumes. The statue closely resembles depictions of classical deities like Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, or Minerva, her Roman counterpart. Both figures represent strategic thought, war, and civilization. These are concepts that tie into the broader idea of liberty, not just as a political ideal, but as a force of divine wisdom guiding humanity. Beyond the statue's physical form, her placement and orientation have also sparked curiosity. Positioned at the gateway to the New World, she greets travelers and immigrants with open arms, but from an esoteric perspective, this positioning could symbolize a portal of passage into a land where ancient ideals of enlightenment are to be reborn. Some theorists suggest that the alignment of the statue, along with other significant structures in the U.S., follows ley lines, energetic pathways believed to connect sacred sites across the globe. Further adding to the intrigue, the idea of Lady Liberty has deeper roots beyond just Egyptian or Greco-Roman influences. Similar figures appear in various cultures, Colombia, Britannia, and the torch-bearing goddesses of ancient Sumeria. This recurring imagery suggests an archetype, an eternal symbol that transcends time, civilization, and religion, carrying with it the ideals of knowledge, independence, and spiritual awakening. But this esoteric symbolism isn't limited to the Statue of Liberty alone. The influence of Freemasonry and Egyptian mysticism extends deep into the very layout of Washington, D.C. The city's design is filled with occult and Masonic symbology, with key buildings and monuments aligning in a way that suggests hidden meaning. Take the Washington Monument, for example. This towering obelisk is a direct reference to ancient Egypt, where obelisks were symbols of the sun god Ra, and represented the concept of divine illumination piercing through the heavens. The alignment of the Washington Monument with the White House, Capitol building, and other key structures forms patterns that some believe hold numerological or ritualistic significance. The U.S. Capitol itself contains imagery linked to Freemasonry, including depictions of gods and goddesses, astrological symbols, and the use of sacred geometry in its architecture. Even the layout of the streets in Washington, D.C. has been scrutinized for its geometric precision, with some theorists suggesting that it follows patterns resembling pentagrams and other esoteric symbols. Some believe these alignments serve as a form of energy manipulation, a modern expression of ancient wisdom repurposed into a new world order. So, what does all of this mean? Does the Statue of Liberty simply represent the values of democracy and freedom, or is it an encoded message passed down from ancient mystery schools, a silent guardian of hidden wisdom? Some believe it's a deliberate nod to the secret societies that have long influenced the course of history. Others argue that whether intentional or not, the esoteric undertones of the statue are undeniable. One thing is clear: Lady Liberty is more than just a statue. She is a symbol layered with meanings, standing as a testament to the power of knowledge, enlightenment, and, perhaps, the remnants of ancient wisdom still echoing through time. Whether she is Isis, Athena, Minerva, or simply an allegory of liberty itself, her presence commands attention, inviting us to look beyond the obvious and into the deeper mysteries of history and human consciousness. So the next time you see the Statue of Liberty, ask yourself, what is she really illuminating? Is the Statue of Liberty just a grand symbol of American ideals, or is she something far older, an ancient archetype, a remnant of mystery school teachings, standing at the gateway to the so-called New World? The answer, as always, depends on how deep you're willing to look. History isn't just what's written in textbooks. It's layered, coded, and sometimes hidden in plain sight. The more we question, the closer we get to unraveling the truth. If this dive into the hidden history of the Statue of Liberty blew your mind, imagine what else is lurking beneath the surface of accepted history. If you're hungry for more deep dives into esoteric wisdom, ancient secrets, and the symbols shaping our reality, make sure to hit that like button. It lets the algorithm know you want more content like this. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next revelation. And if you know someone who needs to wake up to these mysteries, share this video. Let's get the truth out there. It's time to set sail or walk the plank, ya scallywags. Until next time, my fellow spiritual shipmates, peace, love, and harmony to all.